Let's go. Anybody awake? Anybody awake? JH is in the house. What's good with you? So even if you're not on there, I'm gonna answer a few questions. A few questions Jay's gonna answer. See if I can get myself centered in here. All right. We gonna go down step by step and answer a few questions. Let's make it happen. All right. Just scrolling through here. What up, Javi? What up, Shiv? What up? All right, just gonna go through a few questions. Y'all post some questions. I'm gonna try my best. What up, the truth? Truth? All right. So, Karen asked me, can we please discuss the postal reform bill? As I'm concerned about pensions, no one at USPS seems to know what it means. Karen, I don't know what it means. I'm just kidding. Darth, you missed everything, bro. We had strippers, everything. Just kidding. All right. So, the postal reform bill. Basically, it was some form of, try to break it down as lame as I can, a 10-year plan where they're going to try to implement things, because no matter what you guys say about Scott LaRock, about Mr. DeJoy, he's a logistics man. So he's trying to cut costs in certain areas in order to implement new things so that we have, if you work there, you see the kind of garbage we have. We have bad equipment, we have bad everything. So he's going to try his best to cut costs in certain areas so that we can have better equipment overall. If you ever been to the post office, you know when you go pay for, a stamp or something, you know that they don't even have the tap where you can use your debit card to tap. They are so out of date with everything. So his thing is to try to make sure that everybody has, with the post office, a fair shot of us competing with all these up-to-date companies, because they out of date. In that, what ended up happening was, as far as the pensions are concerned, it really doesn't affect our pensions. None of that affects our pensions. What they did was they eliminated, I guess, the health benefits because, oh, did I see the tap is coming soon? Sheesh. Let me see. All right, live messages are visible, blah, blah, blah. All right. Can PSC do mutual transfers, stations, or out of state? Give me 1 second with that. The tap is coming soon. Had class on it. Okay. How long have you worked at USPS? I have worked there, started in 2011. I left for 3 years, like I said in one of my videos, and then I came back. 2011, yeah. Came back. So it's been a half a minute. I don't know everything. I do know it's not an easy task to get in there. Back to the reform bill. When it comes down to the people that were there for a certain length of time, I guess one of the Bushes implemented something where they had to prepay people's retirements for like 80 some odd years. These people were going broke. We were in major debt. So basically, they're not losing their pensions. What has ended up happening is they cut that off. People will still get their pensions. But as far as the newbies, us, we are going to, I think they're switching us to Medicare or something like, some garbage, either us or them to Medicare. So it's just the health end of it. But it does not affect the retirement money end of it when it comes down to the postal, Hobby retracted a message. It does not affect us when it comes down to our retirement. Whatever you're putting in, like I said before, just invest your money the correct way. All right, so let's see what you guys asked. All right. say? Tap is coming, blah, blah, blah. What did I miss? What did I miss? Javi, I lost your message. All right. What up, everybody? Mr. American was good. The EAS 17 entry level. If you've answered, I'll go back and listen. If you're not even non-careers looking to make that move. First and foremost, if you're trying to make a move to a supervisor position, please, 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 oh, please, make sure you stick with your craft. I'm very adamant about that. Stick with the craft. If you've been a non-career, let's say 2 years you were CCA, 2 years you were PSC clerk at the office, a PSC clerk at a plant, stick to what you do know. Don't try to just because you want the higher money, go and say, hey, you know what? I've been a carrier, but I can go to the plant and become a mail handler supervisor. No, then you're just going to be part of the problem. That's the problem we have right now. And I'm not knocking anybody. I always implore people to learn more, to gain more knowledge. But I would never try to go over to being a carrier's supervisor. Why? Because I've never carried mail. I cannot lead effectively. So if you're just doing it for the money, you're doing it for the wrong reason. If you're doing it because you get closer to home, you're doing it for the wrong reason. And that's what Mike G, what up, baby? We chat. Sorry I didn't answer your call, brother. But definitely, if you have no experience in that craft, ease your way in. Don't just step into a craft and figure you're gonna learn as you're managing, because people will never respect you and they will, they're gonna walk all over you. And then you become part of the issue that we have today, where we have a bunch of managers that are they're horrible. They're horrible. I did an interview today with one of the guys, and if you watch any interview that I have, this is with people all over this country. The one thing that they have in common, management. They have issues with the way we are being managed. And it's a shame. It's an honest shame. A lot of people say, hey, you be effective. Oh, you back in, brother? That's cool. That's cool. Okay, you finally made it there, Mike G. We'll chat, brother. They want me to be a supervisor. I don't even feel comfortable. And I've been trucking for so many years, but I feel like I still need to learn more. So yes, I implore people, if you feel as if, what up, Postal fam? If you feel as if you have the skill set for what you do, then please, by all means, go through it. Please, they do train, they're training the new supervisors to get in there. They're not training you regarding the craft. They are training you how to be effective leaders, which is key. Because the worst thing that you'll ever have is a supervisor that does not know how to relay or convey a message to the people. So if you got somebody trying to bark orders at you and they cannot convey that effectively, you're like, well, what do you want me to do? You want me to do this or you want me to do that? Because none of it makes sense. In their head, they know what they want you to do, but they're not relaying it correctly. And that creates so much frustration, so much hatred towards management. It's mind-blowing. Because I can only go by what you guys are writing. The comments speak for themselves. Management is pretty bad. It's pretty bad. And people lose focus of what they want, why they're doing management. It's one of those things where you, again, don't do it for the wrong reason. Don't do it because you want the authority or the power. Do it because you feel like you can effectively lead and you want to help make some change. That's what I have to say about it. Now, if you go on your light blue, you can see they have these little career things and they give you the dates. I want to know what else on CPA craft. All right, Mike. Mel Robinson. Yeah. So if you do go into on light blue, definitely check. Yeah. If you're interested in me, survivor, I believe the next one is 522. Thank you, Mr. American. It's a proud American right there. America. Check on light blue. It has the upcoming dates, and I believe it goes all the way up to October. You have to register. It's free. You listen to what they're talking about, and if you feel as if it's good for you, then by all means, try to move forward with it. There is a lot of stress that comes with being in management as well, because no matter, if you want to do good, you're always going to have somebody above you. You're always going to have somebody above you. If you have a team that's working together, it's great. But if you're in a little boat trying to paddle against that river, it's going to be very difficult. You're going to get frustrated. Your mind's going to get blown. And then you're just, again, a part of the problem. So I implore you, if you want to do it, do some research about it. I think that enough younger people need to step up, because the older management, they're set in their ways. And I read some of the stories. They cursing at employees, some of them arguing directly with them. Is postal life rough? Is postal life rough? Yeah, rough. All righty, let's go on to the next question. All right, so Scott LaRock, you asked me about this COLA increase twice a year. Woo, buddy, that's a tough one. So COLAs are based off inflation, based off of what the going rates are today. If there's a major change of inflation that's not projected, then they do readjust the next COLA that we get, cost of living adjustment. So if they projected it being 5%, but it actually is 8%, they will adjust it to not always meet it. It's always lower than what the inflation rate is, but they will adjust it a percentage of that. It might be 5% that we get off of that 8. I'm hoping that makes sense. It's very confusing. When you were writing me earlier, I was talking to one of the shop stewards, and he was trying to give me that information. It's a weird formula. I don't want to give false information. All right, can't wait for the pay increase, baby. I think I made a video about that. One supervisor said I couldn't take a picture of my time. Hey, lying. They're lying, Mike. You take a picture of your time. You take a picture. If you got your 1260, you make, and that's another thing. You make sure that they pay you correctly. Oh, I got it. I'll put it in my next video. Make sure you guys know that if once you're working and you're a regular, there's something called pre-tour. Pre-tour overtime. If you have a set bid, and your bid, once your career starts at 8 a.m., but they want you to come in at 6 a.m., it's 2 hours before tour. Before tour. You get 2 hours before tour overtime pay. Bus transportation on your union is trash. Not what you know, it's what you can prove. I heard in the next contract, table 2 carriers will go up to table 1. Will federal service elsewhere be honored by the Postal Service? Honored by the Postal Service. Will federal service elsewhere be honored by the federal? Yes, if you've worked for the post office, if you have another federal job, it will be carried over. If you have X amount of years, whether you're military or you worked in, I think the Social Security Administration, yes. You can bring that time over. I've been home for 2 months, I fell, blah, blah, blah. I won't go through all of these, but you're welcome, Scooby Digits. I don't have my glasses on, so bear with me. All right, I had to meet. It's another thing. Everybody's asking the same question. I know I made a video about it, but hopefully whoever's watching, maybe this might answer your question. If you apply for a position, let's say you apply for an RCA and a CCA. The RCA called you in. You want to know if you can transfer over. It's never a transfer when you first start off. You have to apply. You're going to a different station, you find some shorts around, grab them for me. Mike, you a big dude, bro. I thought you a big dude. I'll see if I can find you some, brother. You're making me lose my train of thought. What lie was I telling? Damn it. Sheesh. Hello, Medina. I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Doing well. Trying to get a couple questions out and answers. Losing focus here. Can't see. Got my glasses on. I would go grab them, but I'm in my, yeah. Transfer. Thank you. Transfer. So you don't transfer. Thank you. Yep. All right. You cannot transfer initially. You can apply. So if you got the RCA position, they're like, well, can I go in here and then just tell them I want to be a CCA? No, it doesn't work like that. They hired you, they got you a file. This file says you're coming in as a RCA. Coming in as a RCA. And then you got a CCA over here. Well, can I be this at a different station? No, that's not how it works. Once the CCA thing comes through, you may still have to do your, background check again, because this file is complete, but this is not. 2 different stations, 2 different places. They need their own file. Yes, one USPS, but they need their own file. If that makes any sense to you. So yes, you got to start back from scratch. You might have to do orientation over. You will not have to do the driver training over if it's done within, I think it's within the last, I think it's 6 months. So if you did driver training within 6 months, you won't have to do it twice. So if you were a CCA, RCA for 3 months, and then you got the CCA thing you wanted, yeah, you got to go through the background check again. But then you might not have to do the orientation. Some places you do, but you don't have to do the driving training. If you're in the military, you can just buy back your time. Don't just give it back. It's called military. Yes, there is a military buyback, definitely. I got some size 42s. Yeah, just let me know what size you need, Mike. I'll do some research. Have some people do some things for you. All right. Let's go back over here. We looking. Ask them questions. I want to transfer, but I'm gonna wait until I hit career. Where you going, Mike? You ain't going nowhere, brother. You ain't going nowhere. All right. Hey, brother. I appreciate your content. Today was my first day. I moved up at least California. What do you think? I believe, someone asked about people being hired straight to PTF. Opinion. I believe, not right now, that within the next year and a half, I believe that they will only hire people as career. I believe that. It won't be full-time career, but I believe it'll be PTF, but they'll have different provisions from it. So they're saying that, I don't know if that's necessarily going to make people want to stay, because nothing's really going to make you want to stay if you don't like the work. If you don't like the work, you don't like the work. You could be hired as career. If you don't like the work, you're not going to stay. Especially in station manager does not like them. Especially, I'll get back to that. Especially, see, I'm losing my focus here. I'm trying to read these things. How do you know if a position is full-time career? They usually very rarely hire you on as full-time career unless it straight says career position. It's very rare. Usually they bring you on as PTF, which is a career position without a bid. But I think that they're gonna do it. I think the provisions are gonna change because it costs a lot of money to hire people. But if you step in and within 60 days you don't like to be a CCA and you decide you want to quit, then they just lost, that kind of money. All right, so arbitration. I don't know about arbitration. That's a union question. You know who would be able to probably give you an answer, Elevated Science? If you go on CCA Nick's channel, he or Rick Sounds, because he's very well versed in that, in union contracts. They may be able to give you more information about that arbitration stuff. Do you guys know about the supervisor Zoom meeting tomorrow? Steve, you done came in late, brother. CCAs can be annoying. Who are you telling? Yes, they can. Yeah, I think that CCAs, they take on more than they need to. Everyone's It's all about walking routes, mandatory overtime, not even a supervisor last year. MBO career position with benefits, so it's full time. Even if it's career position, career is PTF. And 99% of the time, I don't talk about our career. You're gonna come in, you're gonna get some work, and you're gonna stay, unless you crash within the 90 days. But before you guys ask any more questions, let me try to get this out to you. Something that I just got a little bit of information on. There are people that are working that are career at stations. You're working at stations and their career, but they're mandated 12 hours, okay? So it's great for the career people that want to work that extra time, but the more they're mandated that time, overtime, that means that they don't have a PSC or somebody underneath them to fill those spaces. If the career people continue to do that overtime, if you don't want to work it, they really shouldn't be able to enforce it. They'll never hire somebody else. And you will always be inflicted with extra work. So even though you turn career, you're supposed to have this lush, okay, just 40 hours a week and the option of overtime. But if you continue to feed them that, oh yeah, I'll do overtime whenever, because you need to get that money initially, they'll never hire somebody else. They'll never move somebody else up. It'll kind of freeze that station's hiring. I've been in career for 4 years. Any tips or wisdom on what I can do with my TSP or how I can set myself up for the future? Ooh, I don't give advice, but David, just email me. I'll give information. There's nothing better than being your own outdoor working with no supervision. That's why I like driving trucks. Some offices only PTF only, and the office will have full-time regulars and PTF in the size of the office. Yes. Postal office graping CCA straight out of the academy to be supervised. Yeah, that's foolishness. Foolishness. What does somebody out of the academy know about? And they just bring these young people in that's never carried mail or they're horrible at mail, and then they put them in a supervisory role. It's mind-blowing. I don't understand it. And they don't have any aspect of time management or route management, and then all the other CCAs underneath them get stuck doing some crazy hours, and people quit. They quit. It's a rough job. It's a rough job. We got a CCA as a 204B. The supervisor position is public in my area. Yeah, again, you guys that are watching this, you see the community that you have around you. Discuss things. I don't have answers for everything. I barely have answers for what I have going on. But you guys have a different perspective than I have. Once enough minds come together, you could kind of formulate your own ways to present a solution to what may be going on at your place. You got people in California. There's people in here everywhere. But if all these minds come together and you guys start, I see some people chatting back and forth in these comment sections, and it makes me feel good because they found a place where they feel comfortable enough with the same likeness of people, and they're coming up with something that may help them, Jersey and out, and you know, it helps them move forward. So management, you guys are our future. Managers, don't sell your soul. You guys know what you went through, you know. Call you back to work. Should I quit my full-time security job in hopes of becoming regular? If they called you back, I mean, security is, yeah. I have a friend that's a police officer, sergeant. Spoke to her the other day, yesterday. She's coming over. I think she's coming over. Came to you just saying, yeah, you know, it's a secure job. Secure job. Management, you guys are the managers. You guys will be the managers. Just learn your craft. Don't forget who you were. Learn how to speak to people. That's key. Because You can get anybody to do anything you want so long as you know how to carry yourself when you deal with an individual. It makes him more likable to go to work instead of somebody barking orders over your shoulder. You know, once you hit that manager position, even little things like, oh, you know what? Appreciate you guys. Friday, we're going to throw a pizza party. Anything. You got to make it more likable to come to work. Right now, it sucks. It's just a miserable, place to go in. It's real, it's bad. But you guys know what it's like to make something better. You know, you just got to come up with your own ideas once you step into that realm. And if you don't feel like you're ready for it, don't do it just because of money. The money will come eventually. Honestly, a lot of people make more money than the supervisors just doing your regular job. Working without someone breathing over your neck and enjoy driving, get away driving. Yeah, Cca sucks. They do. Stocks. Yolanda. Yeah, they do. My daughter thought Cca sucked for a while. She finally made career. And I don't have to pay her bills. She's paying her own bills. She learned to make it work for herself. TEs were the last of the thick-skinned carriers. Fresno, California is currently #1 in the nation in productivity. Okay. Is a blessing. Easy work most of the time. No college degree, making almost 100 G. It's true. It's true. You read what he wrote. Or she wrote. Elevated Science. What's the most bewildering thing you've ever witnessed on the job? Woo! I'd like to say, I thought I put a picture up of it. People mail some things. I watched somebody mail this package. It was probably about yay big. And it was like just shrunk wrapped or zip wrapped with a address and everything on it. It was just a bunch of chunked up weed in there. And I was like, they just really mailed this like this? With an address, and I'm wondering how they got away with it. It's crazy. I'm not gonna talk about the fights, but it's crazy. It's crazy. You are making that money, but you are putting in a lot versus a city job. Me? No. Let me tell you, I was over the road as an over-the-road truck driver for almost 15 years. I used to be out on the road 6 to 8 weeks, small kids, out in the snow, mountains, doing everything. Getting sick in the back of a little tiny truck. Made great money. Was never home. Never home. The money made me do it. And went through hell. I got paid to see the country. But I went through hell doing it. If I would have known that I could come to the post office and drive and be home every night and watch my kids grow every day, I would have did this a long time ago. I would have. My daughter enjoyed the experience of being in college. But she realizes she didn't need college. She has a bachelor's degree in psychology. But the money she's making right now, she don't need a bachelor's degree for it. So, that's that. All right. Yeah, that's fun. Yeah, people with that freaking mailing that stuff is crazy. I've had birth of someone's ashes yesterday. Yeah, ashes every day. Good night, y'all. Gotta work in the morning. Knowledge. Be safe, be blessed. Orientation start date May 16th. All right, manifesting the career. That's what's up, Neat Weaver. PTF carrier. Can y'all tell me anything about starting next month? It means you making some money. Stick with it. Make it past your 90 days, Frankie. Class B, CDL work. Glad you never gave it up. Hey. Ooh, there's work to do. Yep. That CDL Class B. You'll understand after 4 months why I don't talk about my career. Yep. There's nothing to talk about because people feel like I'm bragging. But I earned where I'm at. The hell that I went through to get just a local job? Sheesh. Is there really a hiring demand at USPS? I work at 1 a.m. Javi, be safe. hiring demand. At certain times they do. Right now it's technically the slow season, but I think they're trying to ease people in between May, June, July. July and August they start going up, and then after August they go back to their hiring demand. Congrats. How long did you wait after P? I wish I went to the Postal, went and graduated high school, went to college for football to get a degree. Stuff happens, Terrence. But you know what? We all live and learn. A lot of people say that they wish they made different decisions, because once you're in these first 5 years of your life with the post office may be horrible, but after 5 years, you will not worry when you go to the gas pump. That I can promise. And so many people here that are watching me are younger. But understand, you're not the only young ones that did it. The first 5 years of your life, if you sacrifice, it is only really 2, but after 5 years, you're really acclimated. And you won't have to worry about that. I'm telling you, you don't have to worry about your bills. I mean, unless you really just don't know how to handle money. February 19th, and I love it. Hey, Marie. The man knows just what's in the contract. We got at least 10 carriers in my office, bachelor degree, and they made the right choice later in life, becoming to the post office. Yep. Be good, bro. I'm heading out. Just start jogging. Mike G trying to lose some weight. I know you gained weight riding around that car. Yes. But honestly, I don't big up the post office because it's a great place to work. It's a great place to make good money for people. It's Marley? Am I oh, I told you I ain't got my glasses on. Sorry. I don't brag about the place because it's an easy place to work. I brag about it because you don't need a degree to make $100,000 a year. You just need the willpower. You just need the oomph. You just need the let's get this shmoney mentality. You need to sacrifice not getting your nails done sometimes. Oh, gotta tell you a story. Ooh, buddy. Don't do it. Don't do it. This girl gonna take her LLV as a carrier, stop at the nail store while she delivering mail, and go get her nails done on the clock. Keep it going. On the clock, she getting the nails and toes done. Her foot, what they call them? A pedicure and a manicure, a manicure and a pedicure, a mani-pedi, pedi-mani. She went and did this while she was on the clock. Got caught, written up, suspended. She is supervisor now. What? 6 months ago, she almost lost her job. She is supervisor now. 204, what kind of foolishness? What the blood clot I go on? Send me a cent. I heard that, I was like, y'all kidding me. Nails? I'll take it for a quick break. Yo, there's some stories about these people. I mean, I'm reading these articles. These people just work for the post office. You forget. Man, people selling all type of stealing. I gotta watch what I say so I don't get flagged, but yeah, man. Y'all gotta look up. Just look it up. Just you Google stuff like that and you like, really? Stuff like up to a couple days ago. This chick went and got a nail, got caught. And there's a soup 204B as of last week. This place here, boy, I think it's because they can't fire you if, once they file a grievance. I don't even know how you even make it. I don't know how you keep your job after that. That's like me stopping with the 18-wheeler going to go to the strip club. Come out and stuff with glitter all over me. I get suspended, come back 4 months later, I'm the manager. What? These people here. And that's our future. I seen someone do groceries on break coming out of Target. Well, they're on break. In a public school for 11 years, made more money in my first year. Yeah, it's a CCA. Yeah. So a lot of people, if you have the willpower, you have the energy, you have the. Sometimes you got to keep blinders on when it comes down to dealing with the management, like I said initially. But if you're able to get past the management, your future's set. Your kid's future is set. Do you think that being a CCA will get better or worse with time? Eliminate CCA and go back to a different title. The truth. Honestly, the work does not get easier as a CCA, because if you really sit down and you look at a UPS person, Brown, or you even look at an Amazon, I don't know what your time is in your area, but it's 11 o'clock now. Amazon was just driving down my street about an hour ago, right before I went live. They deliver up till 10 o'clock at night. I think past then. And they start early it's crazy. So any delivery job, any type of courier job, it'll take a physical toll on you. I've been real concerned. I'm a PSC 2 months in. Why did they change my schedule on my day off to I had to do, even though I know I had a decent schedule? That's not a concern. You're a PSC. They just changed. See, my ex-wife is still a PSC. They just told her today actually, she called me up and she was like, they're switching my schedule. She has a 10:30 a.m. till like 7:30 or something p.m. They told her next week she's gonna be coming in at 2 a.m. Because you're a PSC, you have to fill in the voids. You're a postal support employee, so don't take that the wrong way, Keith. Just kind of go with the flow. Never get secure. You don't have a secure schedule until you become regular. Got caught throwing mail in a dumpster and was on video and still kept his job. Postal mule. I know that I don't know. See, they tried to do that with some people when they throw. I guess y'all call them. I don't even know the terms. See, I don't know the terms y'all use. That stuff that they put in everybody's mailbox, and then people decide to I guess they throw it away, U-bum, but they end up throwing that stuff away on the routes. I can't think of the name. Third bundle. It's like third class mail or some garbage like that. And some carriers just try to get back and they toss that stuff. That happens quite often. They're not supposed to. Not the flats. It's junk mail. Usually junk mail. But you're not supposed to do that. What's good, Jay? When were we supposed to get that raise? We were supposed to get Eric. It's June. Yeah, June. June 24th, I believe, is going to be on that check. Carlos, what up? But I think even my son did that once and got caught up. He was like, "No, man, it was there." And I was like, "You idiot! You know they watch everything you do." But yeah, it's not real mail. 99% of the time, they're not. There's no real unless they really stupid, just dumping real mail. Don't do that. Non-set schedule PSCs are coming 1-2 days a week with 4 hours in Queens, New York. Yeah, some PSCs ain't making no hours. My ex-wife first started, she was only making 4 or 5 hours a day. Some PSCs come in and make that split shift. They come in for 4 hours in the morning and 4 hours at night. And you gotta have a 3-hour break in between. Are there any raises for mail handlers? Carlos, I did not go into the mail handlers or the carriers union page. I believe there is, but if you just check out or just Google it, mail handlers union raise coming, just Google those words, you can just kind of look. The ones that deliver to the neighbors, right? That's what I would be interested in. No. MVOs, motor vehicle operators, are 11-ton truck operators. They have to have a Class B license. They deliver from station to station. They deliver from main post office to the stations, plants. They do private pickups, mass quantities. Mass quantity of mail, but they don't go to your house. Those are 2-ton truck drivers, which are CCAs or RCAs. driver out with rubber bands still on. All right. What did you put in your PSC ad that states that you're gonna have no luck? Raven, if you're not having luck, you can always email me. I can go through your application with you and see if we get something going. I was wondering, how do they calculate the pay time off you make? If you're a PSC, sheesh. You gotta just read the contract. I can't give you that off the top of my head, and I'm not gonna lie. This is so great. Is it great? Is it great? I don't know. But I have a computer right here. Let me check. Let me check. Did you looking to work in UPS before? FedEx. I used to pull trailers for UPS, doubles, for a little while. FedEx, they wanted me to come on as doubles as well, but FedEx just wasn't my thing. All right, how many years back? 5 years, typically 10 years for truck drivers. PSC, sheesh. You can make any office. PSE, time off accumulation. Let's find out. Let's find out about your paid time off you get per year. Jeez. You making me read more. Man. All right. Annual leave, sample, sample, blah, 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 vacation time. I ain't got my glasses. Y'all killing me right now. Time off accumulation. So 5 years checking, even though government job felonies longer than 5 years, not show up. It might show up. They do extensive background checks. But it all depends on what you did. I made a video about that. Can you shout out Keo? Who's Keo? Who's Keo? Who's Keo? Special shout out to Keo. Know of any good apps to keep track of hours? Your camera. Your camera. When you finally get your swipe, you swipe your card at the end of the day. Raven, yeah, still email me. We'll go over that. Jesus, I can't read all this right now. I think it's like 2 hours a week. It comes out to 4 hours at the end of if you use none of your vacation time and you work a full 360 days, you should get like 96 hours, 96 or 94 hours of accumulated time per year for assistants, mail handler assistants, CCAs, and PSCs as well. It's about 96 hours. Jeez, I can't read this. Y'all killing me. That's if you don't use it. That's it. That's if you don't use it. Man, this is too much for me to read. APWU PSE time off. Definitely matters what you did. Can't be thieving nothing. Can't be thieving nothing. They're pretty, all right, here we go. Here we go. 6 hours for each full bi-weekly pay period, plus 4 hours in last full pay period in a calendar year. There we go. There we go. Got that? So 6 hours for 2 weeks. plus 4 hours in the last full pay period of the calendar year. That's what they accumulate. I see his watch his live feed and running up. Oh man, cut it out. Y'all funny. They're only gonna give you 5 days off. They give you a 5-day break-in period. Use that time accordingly. World is playing stage and everybody's playing a part. Percussions, entertainment, debate, and confusion. All right, next question before we get to. Oh, we had some serious questions here. It's very rare that I'm on this thing. My little man is with his mom, so we got a couple minutes. Couple minutes. So your channel made about 52,000 from January to April this year. Jesus Christ. Checking in on everybody just from January to April. Who the hell? Jesus. So this Texas in the house. All my exes live in Texas. Highly weird. It says, just show your channel made $52,000 from January to April this year. Hourly employee. You would think I'd be jubilant, but I found myself needing to see a therapist for the first time in my life and feel broken. Thanks for the reminder that there's more to life than just working. Gotta keep that trifecta in my mind every day. There's no reason to kill yourself. Now that's realistic money. It can happen. 52,000, it can happen. But he probably lives at the post office. That's madness. Will the post office train you up on the CDL Class B, or is that something you need beforehand for specific positions? They're doing some type of training for truck drivers. So if, let's say you were a CCA and you had a Class B license but didn't drive, they have a program. I don't know about it yet, though. Once I get that information, you best believe I'm gonna put it out. It seems like they're keeping it secret, but they do send people and train them. I just don't have the information yet. My start date is 16, but I have a doctor's appointment on 26, which made months before. You think they will allow me that day off to go? Neat. What I suggest, and I did this in one of my videos a year ago. This is also something for you guys that just start. If you're within your 90 days and you need a day off, don't tell them, hey, I need a day off. If you work and you're a workaholic, what you do is you say, listen, this specific day I have a doctor's appointment. I'm not asking for the day off. I'm asking you to schedule me for another day. So whatever other day you have me off, I am more than happy to work that day, the day after, or whatever. But I really need this doctor's appointment. That way they don't think you're just asking for a day off, because they're gonna have to give you a day off somewhere in that 7-day period. So if they're giving you off on Friday and your thing is on Wednesday, so listen, I'll work Friday. I'm not asking for time off. I'll even come in before the doctor's appointment, after the doctor's appointment, but this specific chunk of time, whatever I need to do. And once you present it to them like that, 95% of the time, they're willing to help, if that makes any sense. All right, I lost my, boom, what'd I lose? Train you on, just keep checking, that's what I did, as long as you tell them the day you start. Sometimes they forget. OG, salute. You can do that. You can bring a doctor note when you come back. Sometimes that doctor note doesn't work because they can fire you for anything within 90 days. They just that funny with it. Yes, I'm definitely workaholic, JOK. I was wondering, could I come in after my appointment? You can do that as well. I don't know if it's like 9 o'clock. And if your appointment is like at noon, you can say, listen, I could work the first 2-3 hours. I don't know what your position is, but, you know, 2-3 hours, I gotta make this appointment. I'll come right back. I'll stay extra. You just gotta emphasize you're not BSing them. 9 times out of 10, they'll say, oh, don't worry about it. You know, good thing to do with that when you do that, cover your booty. Text. Okay, I'm just gonna remind you, all right? I'm just gonna text you that. You know, just let me know if it's okay. And they won't understand why you're texting it, but you do because now you have documentation. Look, I told the supervisor this day, this is what was gonna happen. This was his response. I don't know why he's acting like he didn't know. This is his number, right? They can't hold anything against you. Because sometimes supervisors forget, you know? I lost things. All right, me and James watching all the chaos back on the floor, harassing co-workers, marrying, divorcing, then remarrying. Yeah, that happens. What about jury duty? They can't stop you from jury duty. Who wants to do jury duty anyway? $4 a day. It's at 9:30 and I'm a RCA. I think you're fine. Postal LOVs is supposed to be getting in 2026. Those LOVs are gonna be ugly. Yeah, they're gonna be ugly. Ugh, those electric vehicles. Bad. Next question. Yep. Mañana. I scored a 92. Is this a good score? Yes. 88. Hopefully I get picked. When I scheduled my first COVID-19 shot, I was told to clock out. Wait. When I scheduled my first COVID-19, I was told to clock out to lunch and come back to finish the route. Okay. Right. This is off topic. Can we get a copy of the paperwork? That question. Good question. OG. Let me be honest with you, OG. You working there now. I appreciate that you became a member, but I'm not in this for the money. You can unsubscribe to the membership if you working there. The whole membership thing was just to secure my videos, but if you got in, you don't have to be a member. I don't even get any of that money anyway, like $2 or some garbage like that. So I appreciate the support, but we're not in this for the money. We're in this to make sure that everybody gets in and has the knowledge before they start. I love your channel. Love your schedule. Going at 2 a.m., get off around 9 or 10. I couldn't ask for a better schedule. Keith, you like that schedule, huh? I used to like it. Your LOV breaks down once a month at 30. Just once a month? We got people that break down every other day. Do you know any PPOs or know anything about coming to PPO? Information is difficult to find. I do know. I do. I know one. I don't know if I've ever given you my number, but email me. She's up in, where is she at? In Baltimore. Very good friend of mine. We can call her three-way. You can pick her brain, whatever you'd like. Getting my 2-ton license saved me from driving those horrible LOVs. Good. Got that, American? So here's a good question. I was asked by one of the carriers that the post office in my town. I'm reading exactly how they wrote. Office in my own town was desperate for clerks and would be interested in transferring to that location. So I was wondering if I decide to transfer, not only would I start at the bottom, but would I have to retake the window training all over again for the new location, even though I already took it for my current location? Do veterans get that automatic 2 weeks because I'm also a veteran? I think you do. When you become regular, yes, you do. Actually, I think you get 4 weeks. I think. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that, but you guys already have it. Dog sprays work. All right, so let me answer this question. If someone decided to transfer, would you start at the bottom? Yes, if you're not career, and even if you are career, you start at the bottom of the seniority list. It's number one. Would you have to retake the window training? No. You don't have to take the window training all over again if you go from one place to another. You can only transfer if you are career, though. If you're not career, you're just applying. So let's say you're, number 3 on your list to become converted to career. Then you decide to go take a position at a different place. Over here, you're number 3 over here. And you say, oh, this one's close to my place. I found a place. And you apply and you get in over here. Now you're number 15. And you gotta wait all over. My ex-wife just did that. She was like number 1. But she left her place. She went to a better place, making more money. But she's lower down on the list. So she pretty much had to start all over again. That's how that whole transfer thing works. Transferring as career, you start at the bottom of the seniority list. Applying to a new place, you start at the bottom of the seniority list as well. You can't just come in and say, hey, I'm top dog. Doesn't work like that. Thank the union for that one. I'm doing 3 days OJS, CCA, and the blisters on my feet. I can't zoom in. Ooh, wrong zoom. Sorry. Hold on. What am I reading here? Doing CSA. And muscles and aches are no joke. 13 years of working from home in the healthcare field has been a shock to me, but I'm going to be okay. I like the mindset, Kim. That's good. Yeesh. Being on your feet. I had a lady write one time. She said her feet hurt so bad she wanted to take her feet off and throw them away. So you doing better than she did. It gets better, but when it comes down to the carrying, you guys have to make sure you have decent shoes. Definitely decent shoes. Cause and your shoes and the inserts, that makes the world of difference. I'm less than 90 days. If you doing your thing, OG, nothing to worry about, cousin. Nothing to worry about. Apply for the pre-order, get an interview, never seen a manager act like that. Whew. Stretching the AM and Epsom salt. There it is. Just started as a PSC mail processing clerk. We are working 6 12-hour days. Whew. 6 12-hour days. What that come up to? What that come up to? That come up to like, what 72 hours? 72? 72? Something like that. There for the bread. That's a lot of hours in a week, Lord. Just started. Sheesh. Long hours, but the money is good. A lot to learn. Be on your feet all day. Go get good shoes. That's what they wrote. About homeboys microwave fish in the break room. Don't go in that break room. Oof. Microwaving fish in the break. Oh. That's bad. Who eats microwave fish? What's cracking, homie? So I started using compression socks. There it is. Work at the plant. There we go. I work at the plant, and you see people who can hardly spell their own names become supervisor just because they're sleeping with the MDO. Ooh, there's work to do. This is so shameful. Management is killing the U.S. Postal Service. Even the union reps feel like he God. He messing with all them females too. Sheesh. If you don't work there yet, you will find out. Don't become one of those supervisors. Men and women. especially women. How hard is the assignment tests? Not hard at all. Not hard at all. Not hard at all. If you become management, don't just try not to. Weekly or bi-weekly or hourly? What are we talking about? Just jumped right in, Jessica Lewis. We had a lady start carrying mail in a dress before. She did not last. There's nothing new stories for days. Supervisors sleeping around. Yo, them MDOs. Yeah, what is with that? What is really with the MDOs? I'm thinking we need to do a Zoom meeting because, you know, with a Zoom, I think, would you guys mind a Zoom one day? You know, maybe a couple nights, maybe this time, like on a Sunday or a Monday, something like that. That way you can actually get your voice across because people want to hear these stories. Just make careers possible for all of us. Keep grinding, y'all. Yo, what is the second background check based on? Second background check. If you're not going for a truck driver, your second background, one is just for your license and one is just for your background. That's all it is. But I'd like to hit, I'll see those little stories for local delivery drivers, neighborhood drops. Okay, you're giving me some pieces here. Weekly or bi-weekly or hourly for local delivery drivers? I'm confused. What are we asking? Are you asking about carriers? Are you trying to be a carrier, Mrs. Lewis? You're asking what they get paid by? Not a deal breaker, blah, 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 blah. Just got a job offer for Cca and get my fingerprints tomorrow. Okay, so Jessica, I assume you're new to this channel. Welcome. As CCAs, they get paid by the hour. As a government worker, we get paid bi-weekly. Every government worker in the country gets paid the same day. Every single government worker, every government agency. Pay dates? Bi-weekly. You get paid this Friday, I think, and then 2 weeks after that. I'm on the job now. You might have a passion for the USPS. No, it's not a passion, dear. It's a passion to make sure we pass on information to you so that you guys can make it. Because enough of y'all make it, this place might be better. You answered it, thanks. All right, cool. I have videos about CCA's, Miss Lewis, or Mrs. Lewis. Full-fledged interviews with people, kind of tell you the ins and outs of carrier life. CCA, Postal, you know, carrier. Yeah, this is just to pass on information there, Miss Africa, Queens of Africa. We just want everybody to have enough information so that y'all can make educated decisions on what each of us wants to do. Some people may like to be inside. Some people may like to be secluded. Some people that don't want to deal with people. Louie Lou, give me a minute. Remind me in a second. Some people don't want to deal with people. If you don't want to deal with people, being at a plant, working as a processing clerk, you're good. Some people like to move around and like to, you know, be strong about it. Mail handlers are good for them. Some people like the customer service end of it. Oh, Massachusetts, they get one soon? I don't know when you applied, but they just recently updated some things. If you like dealing with people, you be an SSDA clerk. You know, you're the face. Each position fits each individual. So you just got to know what kind of person you are in order to make this work for you. All right. I feel miserable. It's management that's effed up. Man, guaranteed to get the job. Nothing guarantees us. When they offer you a position, they say, hey, we've offered you, that's when it's guaranteed. How long does it actually take to be career as a PSC? Keith, right now, I believe Guaranteed 2 years. Your station could be less. If you look up the APWU contract, it will tell you that they have this new clause where they have to convert PSEs to career within 2 years. Johnson, new TTO tip. Louis Lou, you want a tip? Don't crash. You got a job for life, my friend. If you know how to drive, best job you'll ever have. That's the tip. Don't crash within your 90 days. That don't get no easier than that. The Demo fingerprint still waiting for the orientation. I have faith. After I done my fingerprint, still waiting. All right, what time we got? We are at 11:38. I'm gonna do 7 more minutes. Let's go. Give me some questions. Sounds good. You'll understand, Louis Lou. Remember that question I told that you just asked me. You'll understand when you're in there what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about. That's how the people in the South are. I'm talking about that, cool? Applying a jobs you can see CA's. I read comment on one your video that they were making CCA's career. Your thoughts, please. You make everybody career eventually, Kimberly, but if you want to know about that, check out the Carriers Union website. It will tell you exactly what they have in their clause. Each one has a different clause. You hide from your eyebrows down to your toes not to make decisions. That's just for the supervisor. What health insurance is good? That book they send you is confusing. Christopher, I don't know how long it take to get to the top of pay. I made a video the other day, DeAndre. We don't never get to the top of pay. Our pay keep going up, cousin. We'll never make it to the top. We'll always get raises because we have a union. I have a video on what health insurance. I can't give advice on health insurance. I know what works for me. Each individual has their own health things that they're going through. One health insurance may cater to you if you use a lot of medication. You don't use the medical, you just use it for emergencies. So you just gotta pick according to you. I love USPS. Almost finished building my home in 2 years. I'm working with them. I have to work, focus on and aim. Queens of Africa. There it is. You love it. I don't know how you love it. I appreciate you loving them. I don't love them that much. I don't love them that much. So this is a real question. This is a real question. Y'all think JB, this is a real question. This question right here. This question right there. Y'all may pause it to coming back around. Can't make this stuff up. I have a question. Thinking about applying, are there jobs that don't require you to have a car or can arrange to be brought to work and also brought to work, and also what is the best job for someone who wants just an entry-level position while going to school? That was what was asked. Are there jobs that we have that can arrange for us to pick them up and bring them to work? Crystal, hey y'all. Somebody asked that question. I thought that was a joke. Yeah. And then they edited after that, so they knew what they were writing. I don't even know that's funny. I think he was serious. Yeesh. Oh, man. All right. Well, y'all alive. Y'all alive. I got a question for you. Got a question. Community benefits, you have to be a regular and they have carpools. What? Didn't know that. I don't know if I want to ride with my coworkers. I don't know about that. What state are you in? My state? I'm in a state of confusion. is it better to join a union or not join? My interviewer said it's open shop. Oof. Read about the union. See how I avoided that where I'm at question. You can ask me if you email me, Queens. Union, I suggest waiting 6 months. Feel out your union rep. Once you fill out your union rep, see if the union is right for you. Don't join in the beginning because you don't know what you're joining. I know you know what they are about, but you want to know that you're giving money to a cause where you have somebody that's actually going to represent for you. Give it 6 months. If you feel as if they're worth your money, then you can join. Is a recession around the corner? Is this a good choice? I just made a video about that. The way you laugh seems like your mind isn't too mature yet. Just wondering about your thoughts. The way you laugh seems like your mind state isn't too mature yet. Just wondering about your thoughts. Oh, my mind isn't? Vincent Vasquez. I made a video yesterday, Mr. Vasquez. Actually, I might have made it this morning. Maybe yesterday. About that specific question, the recession. Please watch it. I can't laugh because I'm live. Yes. Hey, Tracy. 3-6. I remember when you first applied, Tracy. How you been, brother? Just got my 5-day break last week. If I'm not career by then, do I get another 5 days off again? Yes. I heard you can pay to join different unions and get different. They're sure. I don't know about the different insurances. That's the post office job. I got the union representative. I'm a career carrier. How much will I start off if they change my craft to truck driver? You really trying to find out how much they start off at? I believe the truck drivers are starting off at $54,000 a year if you get in as career truck driver. All right. Rasta Picnic. Big up them. There you go. Before you start to appreciate the information, brother. Absolutely. They are wonderfully. Postal Mule, I'll appreciate it there, my friend. Question for you before any of you guys disappear. Just because of the political environment, I asked a question the other day, and I just want to hear a yes or no. So let's say I start dating this girl, and I'm like, wow, she's the greatest. She thinks I'm the greatest, right? Y'all follow me. She thinks I'm the greatest, dating 5-6 months. And somewhere down the text makes it sound more rough than it's meant. I am not perfect, my laugh. Oh, okay, cool, Vincent. But yeah, I made a full video about that, Vincente. I just made a video about it because of that specific question, recession, dropper. Oh, don't start that. So we just happen to be perfect with everything. Everything else is perfect, and find out that we are two different political parties. Is that a deal breaker? Would that be a deal breaker for you? What would I do? Like, you know, like, hey, you go out, you have a great time together. Is that a thing? Is that a thing? Can you really say you would be, of course, no longer together people that choose to hire as a human or a computer system? You move forward through a computer system. People that hire you live. Keep it benefits only, bro. Would you stay with the person that you have different political views on? Don't bring that BS home and we straight. It's kind of hard. It's kind of hard. Don't you think? Don't eat where you poop. I'm not talking about the job. I'm not talking about the job. Just talking about life. This has nothing to do with the post office. Nope, really. No, you can't date somebody with different political beliefs. Oof. Oh man. Okay. All right. So I'm strongly against abortion, and she's strongly for abortion. You think that'll cause a rut? Whoa. My husband and I support two different parties. We don't talk politics. Smart. If everything else is good, okay. I just ignore her. Just date, don't marry. Huh? Okay. can you really be together? I don't know. I think it's a wild question. Sounds like fights just waiting to happen. That's what I think. I think. I think it's wild. I think it's. I don't know. I don't know. Guys, I had the question at my job, and these people were going ham on it. I was like, this is rough. This is rough. Oh man, I had another question. I figured instead of putting it in a video, I just ask it. Just ask it. Figure you guys are out there. I like the feedback. What's the difference between beautiful, a beautiful man, and a sexy man? A beautiful woman and a sexy woman. Is there a difference? Is there a difference? Yo, Postal Mule is funny. I can't date someone who has different political views than me. Yeah, I think that was rough. Different views from what y'all been, I think is a deal breaker. There's a difference, huh? Yeah? Okay. I think beautiful is, beautiful means the whole inner person, everything that goes with the person, in my opinion. I think sexy is just a visual. Wow, that person's really good looking. Beautiful just means the whole aura. Someone tried to argue with me about that. There it is. Sexy is the body, beautiful is the person. No question. No question. My friends, I appreciate you guys coming through. If anybody has any more questions, shoot right now from the hip. Cross my fingers to get that call. Working offshore for 10 years. Sheesh. I don't want to listen. Beautiful means personality. Sexy means body attraction. Some women have beautiful... Oh, God. All right. Equal seductive beauty perspective. I like that. I like that. All right. I want to move to another state. I'm less than 90. What do I do? Somebody asked me, you have to apply. You have to apply. Never talk about politics or religion. Whoa, Mr. American. Killing me. I just said I don't do the money thing, brother. Oh, man. What happened to Male Mike and Mike Chong? Life happened. I'm glad you guys asked about him. Mike Chong. We all go through life. And, you know, he's going through life right now. He'll be back eventually. He's a very nice, y'all know he's a very good and big-hearted man. Just had some family issues going on, and he's trying to work his way through it. Similar to my past, and we all deal with things differently. And these are things that happen when, you know, we have work. I made an 83 on the 955. Do I have a good chance of getting the MM position? What is the 955? What is a 955 test? If you guys are really, this is one of the things that I can talk about to go to work now. Fitness. You the one that worked like 600 hours. I was just talking about you. Fitness. You the one that worked like 12-hour days, 6 days a week. You loco. Maintenance mechanic. I don't know much about what it requires to get in there. You know, they pick and choose on that one. But what was I talking about? Once you guys are in, make sure you make some time for yourself, some way. People think that, you know, I sell these products and that I tell you guys about. I do not. I do not. That whole, the hell's the name of that damn thing? It's called the Purchasing Power. Yeah, I got a whole freaking cruise for like $700 for 2 people. you know, I think it cost me like $7 a pay period. That stuff is really decent. You know, you guys have to plan. If you plan enough of time in advance and you like, man, you know, I'm going crazy. Break the monotony of this foolishness we call the post office. Work towards having something. If that makes any sense, work toward, so you know, you're just not on this treadmill of life. You want to know that, okay, okay, about 8 months from now, I'm going to be able to get and just enjoy a break. You know, we have these things that we have offered to us. Let's use them. Use them. Use them. I mean, I use it. I'm from PSC working in the warehouse, and now I'm doing the carrier mail as RCA. There it is. There it is. But I have to get the rest. How long you been in the post office and what made me join? Ivan, I have a full video about why I joined the post office. But I've been there in 2011. I left for 3 years and came back. What made me join the post office? I used to own my own truck. And I was out on the road. I used to move furniture for a living. I was up in Pennsylvania. And a piece of glass. I was holding a dining room tabletop glass, like so. And I was walking in the trailer. I think it was like 3/4 inch thick. And the glass severed. Broke. Big, tall dining room tabletop glass. And it severed my arm to the bone. See that? See the arm? Severed it to the bone. Right through the arteries, everything. And so I ended up not being able to use my hand for about 2 years. I could never really drive over the road anymore. No more moving furniture, that's what I knew. I found a local job at the post office, and that's why I'm here. Cool? Hopefully that cleared it up. As of 12 a.m. pack time, I am officially finished with my probation, brother. Yes! Okay, congratulations. Made it past your 90. Made it past your 90. That's what's up. Y'all, I had a great evening chatting with you. We all have our ways of getting our outs as well. Everybody has rough lives. You guys make it easy for me by helping you. Would I ever write a book? No. No. I talk to you people. Did you get your union discounts here? For us, we're getting $39 on 15 price. What? Union gets you any discounts this year. For us, we are getting $39 at $15 the price this last time. I hear nothing about no union tickets. But I have to go to rest. You guys were great. Thanks for watching. I'll try and do this again eventually. It's a lot longer than I anticipated. At the water park. That's what's up. If you ever want to go to find some cheap tickets, you're a government worker. GovX. Yeah, Google GovX. Great. Find cheap tickets for us. Can I get an email before you go? Every single one of my videos, my email is in the video description. I write it out versus with that little @ so I don't get no spam email. Good night. Thanks for everything. Good night, ladies and gentlemen. Looking for a career change. My husband says you should apply. He says has friends that will allow me to use them as a reference. Found your page, subscribed. Jessica Lewis. I have a video that says how to apply to the post office. Exactly how to apply. From beginning to end. I'm sitting in front of a computer. It's helped quite a few people. All right. Gmail. Night. Thanks for the knowledge. Y'all, gots to go. We out here. How do you shut this thing off? I look like an old man. How do you shut this thing off? Hey, help me shut this thing off. Good night, Ramona. Somebody help me shut this goddamn thing off. The thing broken. Still looking at me.